Africa, not even here in Ghana, there's no government institution that will just come and say, you want to start a business, they are investing into your business. It doesn't work that way. You need to start first, grow, before they'll start locating you and invest in it. Within a month after production and taking out my utility costs, my labor costs and other expenses, I'm able to make about 36,000. Learn not to go to any bank to borrow money when you are starting the business afresh, because...
Welcome to today's episode of My Business Story, where real entrepreneurs share the raw, unfiltered journey behind their brands. We explore the moment that shaped their hustle, the challenges they've overcome, and the lessons they are still learning. Whether you are building your own business or just love a good story, you are in the right place. Let's get into it.
My name is Vinolia Emaziga. I'm the CEO of Vinolia and the founder of Vinolia Wealth Enterprise. Vinolia Wealth is a climate-focused business. We are into the manufacturing of cereals with fruits and vegetables, cocoa products, cassava products, herbal teas, spices, and we do cosmetics. With our cosmetics, we use agricultural byproducts and plant-based ingredients to formulate our cosmetics. We also use our residues for animal feeds and our used sacks for shopping bags. It all started when I was looking for a decent job after I finished school, IMS, and I wasn't getting it. So I told my mom that I have an uncle who farms and he always calls for money. So I told my mom that I want to go to the north, the Volta North, to search for some of the grains and bring it to Accra to sell. So in that process, I was moving to Bimbila to bring some of the grains. And when I went there initially first, we realized that there was a lot of grains on the field that were gotten rotten. So we get some people on board, some of the youth in the community. So they help us harvest some of the products. So some of the farmers too saw that I was harvesting my uncle's products. They was also interested because they have the same problem. So they told me I should harvest their product, bring it to Accra to sell. So that was how I was harvesting from that area and bringing it to Accra to sell, until when by then I had a son who was malnourished and he was a premature baby. So I decided to stop because as I was going, I leave him behind and he was not feeding well, and every synthetic food that is in the market, we were trying to feed him with those food and he wasn't corresponding. So since I deal in cereals and grains, I decided to take some of my grains and cereal, prepare some formula that I had a bit of knowledge on the internet with. So when I did it, he was actually eating it. So by then, when he was ill, the doctors at that time were actually fighting with me because of his condition. So when he started feeding the products, the cereals, and he was doing well, they were all asking, what am I feeding him with? So that's how it started. So some of the nurses, the midwifery was at that rate. So at that time, there was high rates of malnourished children. So they were buying from me, selling to some of the mothers and etc. So eventually, that was how it all started. I can say since 2008, I started, but I registered a business 2010. So far, it hasn't been easy being a manufacturer at that time. You needed a lot of tools because I just decided to prepare something. I didn't actually plan to go into processing as at that time because I wanted to aggregate and sell. But since my son made me started the processing, you need to get some equipment, some knowledge about finance, marketing, and etc. Even how to prepare the products for it to be okay for outside consumers to eat. You need to learn about it. So I took a few courses from CSIR, and then I seek other knowledge from food scientists, food nutritionists. So I had the full knowledge to get into the processing, but it was left with machinery. So by then I was managing the outside goji, even though we let them clean it very, very well. But still, we realized that still we'll be taking some aflatoxins in, because when we tested some of the products, it wasn't. So I decided to buy my first milling machine. But through then, it has been okay. For the food aggregating, you don't need to prepare anything, just from the farm to the market. So I can say it's very easy to source and sell than to go into production. Because production, you have to get your whole SOP ready. When you are doing it in batches, you need to have some tests on it before sending it to the market. Still aggregating, because for instance, if someone orders a food truck of products, you take it and take your money back. But for the processing, you need to, if you don't have the market to export or have a box sales to the supermarkets, you need to sell it like small, and it takes time. Because I realized I'm solving a problem, a nutritional problem. So with that also, I could have more time to cater for my children. As at now, we are 24. 12 is on my farm, and 12 are part-timers and full-timers. For me, because I've learned it, it's not that I just started with the climate or sustainability projects on my production. But it's just that when I was doing it, when you are into process, you develop a lot of waste, and you need to find out what you can use the waste for. So I got to know that my waste, I can recycle it into animal feed, and with the used sacks, I got it plenty, even though I reuse the sacks. But I also decided to sew, because I'm interested in the fashion industry. I decided to sew a bit of the bags to repackage the products for my loyal customers and also give out to NGOs. Funding and access to machineries, and also employee. About the employee, I don't know, but for me, I've realized that most of the youths don't want to be humble and learn from people that we employ them. And when you try to correct them, they feel they know it all. And some are very anxious to get rich quick or to be like you. But you didn't start like that. It's in bits you started a business. So, but with the employees, if someone will say, I'm good in marketing. For instance, I had a problem recently with my marketer. She made me, even though I know a bit of marketing, I've been marketing it myself bit by bit. But I employed her because we needed an extra hands for marketing. And we did it, and when she came, I was having a bit of product, like, let me say 20 boxes. So I told her that for now we won't produce, we have to finish selling this and create other markets for the product before we sell. And she said, oh madam, no problem, I can sell all. I have this contacts with this mall, we can go to this mall and etc. So I said, okay, if you are so should we produce? She said yes. Should we produce? You say yes. Then I said, okay, then let's produce. But I realized that for the marketing itself, she doesn't know much about marketing products to companies or maybe B2B or B2C. The only one she knows maybe she's good in is maybe when you go to a fair and she wants to talk to some of your clients, she's good in that. But if you are to make a production of maybe 100 bags of product, grains, produce it into cereals, you can't say you are going to do only fair. You have to send it to the supermarkets. And when we try to approach her she was angry and she told me that I should go and look for someone who can market the product overnight. So that was when she quitted. That was how she quitted. And it's not all that. Some too will come and steal, you have to sack them. What makes me very happy in also staying up in this business up to now is the survival of my son. And also, I know I'm imparting and I'm employing people and I'm feeding people. So that makes me very happy. I would have planned to get most of the machineries I will need in production and also get a good team before starting. I don't know the cause, but it happens. Maybe when I was pregnant, I was a bit stressed, or maybe the baby too wants to come. You can't delay. If he wants to come out, there's no how you can delay him from coming. You just have to give birth to him. But when you give birth to him, they have procedures you take in feeding him and making him very healthy and grow well. So we did all those things, and later I traveled. I've been traveling from the north to Accra, when I realized that he was actually growing lean and he was malnourished. He was sick. When a child is malnourished, it's like the child is totally sick. So then we have to find alternative of products with nutrients and minerals and vitamins and iron that you can feed him with. And when they are like that, they don't eat. So maybe you need to get something watery to start with. So we started with the Tom Brown and other cereals. So he picked up from there. Initially, how I came about my recycling of my waste into animal feed was, I was actually reading about how to use my waste products, because I was eventually giving it out to a poultry farmer, a pig farmer, and they were taking it for free. So I realized that my waste was actually what they want for their production. So I went into a few research and I realized that no, this thing there, I have to redo it very well, bag it very well, and call them to come for it, actually buy it this time. So that was how I realized it. Someone came to even take the last one. I don't think it's up to an hour ago. It's very, because imagine you are producing and maybe some pours on the floor. You can't pack it and add it to your stuff. You have to reserve it as the waste. So imagine you've gotten the ones that we even had here for the first batch. It was almost 100 kg bag, almost 100 kg bag. So imagine I would have given it out for free. It would be a loss to the organization. So I sell it to the poultry farmers and get a bit of money, add it to my revenue, or use it for other, useful thing in the company.
Ghana is home to over 2 million small and medium enterprises, the heartbeat of our economy. But only a few ever break through beyond their neighborhoods, beyond their streets, beyond their cities. That's why my business story exists, to give these everyday businesses the voice, visibility, and platform they need to succeed. If you believe in supporting local dreams and growing African businesses, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's tell their stories together.
Within a month after production and taking out my utility costs, my labor costs, and other expenses, I'm able to make about 36,000. And what I will say, building a sustainable business is you need to, have your capital, and also learn not to go to any bank to borrow money when you are starting the business afresh, because because you don't know your margins, you wouldn't be able to pay, and that might collapse your business. And also learn to have family and friends who are ready to invest into your business. before starting. By then my mom was around, so she was able to invest a lot into my business. So that was how I started growing. And she made me to also started aggregating, because when I asked her, she agreed, and she took me to my uncle in the north, because I didn't know him where he was as at that time. If you want to go into aggregating, you need to network with farmers. Maybe the special crops you want. If it is maize, you have to contact the maize farmers. If it is soya beans, you have to contact them. Try to get them like 5 farms that you can be aggregating from. And they have a lot in the country. We have a lot of farmers who need aggregators like us to sell their produce to. So I think if you are genuine and you really want to do business with farmlands, you can contact them and start the business with them. Some might even give it to you on credit. So when you sell, you take their money. You'll be harnessed to take their money to them. Starting a business, you need a bit of money to start a business. So if you don't have CRA, I don't know how you are going to start the business. Because for me, I was fortunate to be going to my uncle's farm to aggregate and got other people on the field. And if for credits, I don't advise, because credits, you don't know, you are now starting the business, so you don't have to go and credit the things, because if it happens like that, there will be a lot of pressure on you, because you don't know when the products you'll be manufacturing will get finished. So you need to have at least a bit of capital. You can seek it from friends and families, or maybe these accelerated programs with grants. You can also apply to that and you get a bit of money to start the business. If I'm to advise the youth or a younger person who wants to go into food processing or aggregating, they should just follow their path, what they want to do, and learn, read more about it, and see how it goes from there. Africa, not even here in Ghana, there's no government institution that will just come and say, you want to start a business, they are investing into your business. It doesn't work that way. You need to start first, grow, before they'll start locating you and invest in it. Our vision is we intended to hit African markets within 5 years from now. We want to take over the AfTAC market to be supplying to most of the African countries. We have a land that we want to really build one of the biggest food processing company in Ghana. Maybe by 5 years' time, I think we should be there, and also feeding a lot of African countries. Yes, when I started business, I had a lot of discouragement initially when I wanted to aggregate, because I've been to school. My mom wanted me to further on to be an accountant or a manager somewhere or a secretary somewhere. And she was very disappointed I chose the field of farmers. She didn't like it, but I made her see the reason why she should buy into my idea, because initially she didn't know that we'll be going to the field to meet a lot of product waste on the field. And the first time we aggregated and we brought it to Accra, we made a lot of money. So that was when she sees into it that I can continue and do it. So since then, she accepted me being a farmer and an aggregator. No.
Why?
Oh, that's like, I was okay, because when I was aggregating, I made a lot, even though it braked when I started production. But when I was producing too, people liked it, so they were calling me here and there. And I didn't have time to even go to look for any job somewhere. Yeah, even though there were challenges, there were times I felt like I wanted to quit and go and find something to do. But I still hold on, and now I think it's the best decision I've ever made. For the competition, yes, we had some competitions in the market. For me, myself, I started in Makola. I started supplying Makola markets with my product. So sometimes, by then, I didn't have FDA. So some of my competitors will rush in and call the FDA people to come and see some of the products. So they will call me and say, Madam. So I asked them, how do you get to know the products? So they say, oh, it's not your colleagues, so we should come to the office. So I realized that some of our colleagues or competitors are doing that. The only thing we did is by registering with the Food and Drugs Board, and so they are now our partners because we can't do without them. So if I want to formulate any product, I first take it for testing, my analysis test, then I take it there to register. It's not very much expensive. I sell to customers, individuals like you. I also sell to organizations like banks, employees, post office employees, ministry. We sell there. We also sell in the supermarkets like Panda Mall and other malls. For the social media, maybe through my handles, they contact me. And maybe for the malls, sometimes when we are exhibiting, some come around to pick our contact. Then later, we become their customers. Our social media handles are Vinolia Wealth Foods, both IG and Facebook. Our LinkedIn is Vinolia Wealth Enterprise. And you can get us on TikTok, Vinolia Wealth Enterprise. And Snapchat, Vinolia Imaziga. My website, vinoliastores.com, vinoliastore.com. Okay, you can get me on 0244 194566. My name is Vinolia Imaziga, the CEO and the founder of Vinolia Wealth Enterprise. This is my business story.
Thanks for watching today's episode of My Business Story. If this inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone chasing their own dream. Subscribe for more real stories from entrepreneurs across Ghana and beyond, because every business has a story and yours could be next. See you in the next one.